How you guys doing? Alfonso Cuadra here, and some people call me the serial entrepreneur, but today I'm very excited to be here and supporting the 411. So basically, today we're all coming in to kind of inspire the kids to be more, do more. And for me, my message is change, and I believe that no matter what the circumstances are in your life, for things to change, you have to change. You can't wait for the world to change, or you can't wait for people to change. You really have to take the step and change for yourself, for things around you to change. So I'm very excited to be here, and congratulations, 411.
Make some noise if you love music. Favorite artist, quickly. Favorite artist, in the front. Drake. One Direction. All right. What do these artists have in common? Successful, famous. Some of them overcame obstacles. Some of them took their disadvantages and turned them into advantages. Some of them used their passions to turn them into successful careers. I want to tell you about how I overcame my obstacles, how I turned my disadvantages into advantages, and how I used my passions to start a successful hip-hop clothing company with no money, no experience, and not even a job. You want to know how I did that? Raise your hand. I was 15 years old, homeless, a high school dropout, and I was panhandling for change on Rideau Street, downtown Ottawa. I was a kind of kid that most people would walk by and say, there goes another lost soul. Of course, at 15 years old, I had a lot to be angry about. I had a lot of excuses. First, I was angry at the world. Second, I was angry at the people in the world. And I was angry at my life. I remember thinking, why can't the world change? Why can't people just change? If everybody changed, I would be okay. You see, I was born in El Salvador. Does anybody know where El Salvador is? Raise your hand. Oh, geography. Okay, you guys are learning. I was born there in 1977. During that time in my country, there was a civil war. My mom was owner and director of Appy News Agency, a news agency that would often report about civil rights abuses being committed by our government. She was completely shut down and thrown in prison to serve a 30-year sentence. I was 2 years old at the time, and I went to live with my grandparents, where they kept me in hiding for over 3 years to avoid kidnapped by our government. Anybody have little brothers or sisters out there, 3 years old? Okay, imagine they're not allowed going outside or play with other kids. I was pretty much a prisoner till finally my mom was released thanks to the help of Amnesty International, and we were free. We landed in Montreal. I was 5 years old, but later had to flee Canada. You know, everybody's trying to come to Canada. We had to flee Canada because we were chased and harassed all over Montreal. Our government actually had sent death squads to come and find us and make sure that we would not talk about our experience. So we actually fled Canada. It was no longer safe for us, to a country in Latin America, Central America, Nicaragua. Anybody? Hey! Okay, geography, you guys know. And actually, it's a beautiful country. I have great memories there. Friends, school, the beach. But another war broke out in that country, and we were on the run once again. We moved from country to country till finally we decided to return to Canada. I was 9 years old. I remember we were put in a motel with a lot of other landing refugees, where I saw color television for the very first time in my life. I remember the abundance of Canada. I remember the feeling that anything